Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Nick here back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing the overall market structure. But before we jump into this video, I do just want to ask if you guys are enjoying pretty much the daily uploads and also the content so far. Definitely leave a like, and if you guys are brand new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and turning notifications on. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I talked about this overall wave down to the $30,000 retest zone. Now, we didn't fully retest that $30,000 mark, right? Currently, we are at 33,600, almost 33,700, and we did touch this bottom zone down here at almost like 31,000 or so. We could actually see exactly where we touched. So it was about $31,013. Now our total low was that $30,000 mark. I was honestly looking for that $30,000 mark to be fully retested and actually breached, possibly to retouch that $28,000 50-week support zone overall. Now, what does this mean overall? I mean, at the end of the day, we could obviously expect lower lows being targeted here soon. But so far, I mean, we are holding pretty well. We regained that support zone at that $33,500 zone. We currently don't know if that's going to be held for much longer. I mean, obviously, we're at $34,000 today. We did target it, we hit it, but we couldn't hold it. So we kind of got rejected off of the $34,000 support zone, and now we are at a little bit of a lower point at $33,600. Now, for most alts and for most assets, we are back into where we were pretty much pre-dip zones. So, like for an example, Bitcoin Cash is at $600 overall, which is pretty good. We are regaining some support here, but we are not at the current support zone that I have listed here, which is at $600 and almost $20 zone. Now, in terms of where I would like Bitcoin Cash to be at versus where we currently are, I would want us back into the $700 range. That would put us back into this almost pre-parabolic high that we went to. Now, it's going to take some time. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, hey, we're going to pump up and go to parabolic highs next week or by the time, next month or anything like that. That 18th of June that I've been talking about, which would put us about, here in terms of the chart. When I talk about the 18th of June in terms of, a recovery state, I don't mean like that's going to be, where we are back here or anything like that. It means Bitcoin will finally find a little bit of support overall. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to just pump up and go to parabolic highs. We'll probably find some support and finish our, pretty much wave 5 distribution that we are currently in, because that's what it seems like we are in, to pretty much get those lower lows out of the way. Now, in terms of where we would be when we do get to those lower lows, it's hard to say, right? Because we could touch 28K, but we could also touch down to even 24K to even possibly 23K. Now that would put us at these major pretty much lows of nearly the yearly support, but this is back in like December of 2020. It's pretty much Christmas time. And for me personally, it wouldn't be a big surprise. And it doesn't mean that the bull run's over if we do touch those levels, right? Because we could go as low as 23,000 before going higher. Now, I think that is highly unlikely. I think personally for me, the lowest target point is about 28K to where we are currently. It's hard to tell, right? Because we could go to, $46,000 before eventually getting liquidated up there and coming down to those lows as well. So, currently, what we're really watching for is some major resistance being broken, finding support at higher levels, and possibly holding to go higher, right? Because currently, things just don't look too good. Yeah, we're back at 33.5K, but at the end of the day, we still have a lot of water to make up, and, currently we are still underwater. For most altcoins, even like XRP, right? Yeah, we're still back at 87 cents, but it's still, hard to see where things are going to be going. I mean, I average in at these lows because at some point in time we will be over them. And, for me, it's hard to tell where we're going to be going. A lot of people could analyze this and say, yeah, we're going down into a bear market or we're going into a bull market, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, Bitcoin's price action just looks horrible, which means we probably will go lower in terms of price point. It's hard to tell where we will end up at. There's a few target points that I'd like to note, which is that 28K down to even 23K. And we could potentially bottom out around 20K overall for a major bounce to 80K or 75K, around there, right? But currently, nobody really knows where the bottom truly lies here because we could have bottomed out already at that 30K mark. Now, me personally, I would like to think that 30K is our bottom point, and if anybody else is in this game, obviously you'd want the 30K to be our bottom point as well. I know a lot of people are getting impatient, but listen, these bull markets and these bear markets all are a test of patience. It's a test to see how long you could hold without breaking, right? Because at the end of the day, they want you out. They don't want you making money. And the only way to make money is, listen, at the end of the day, you got to hold. For most people, they don't want to wait 4 years or they don't want to wait 4 months or whatever the case may be to make these life-changing gains, but they will go work a 9 to 5 for 30 years just to make their $1 million. I mean, at the end of the day, this game will make you rich if you are patient. I'm not going to promise you that this is a get-rich-quick scheme or anything like that, because it's absolutely not. This takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of, long nights, long days. And at the end of the day, it takes a lot of willpower to hold strong when a lot of people are telling you not to be holding. I looked at my Twitter feed today. I'm getting replies saying, we're definitely in a bear market, the bull market's over. That's why I tweeted out, right? That is why I tweeted this tweet earlier when I was saying, the bull run is over, crypto is dead. We hear it every time that we drop 50, 40, 30, etc. %, and the bull market is not over. But this correction, like I said, could potentially stretch a bit longer now. Seems like we are sitting in a longer prolonged dates for a full recovery, weeks to possibly 2 months or so down the road. And it is true, right? Every single time that we fall a little bit, everybody wants to say that, we're in a bear market. When we're not going straight up, it's always we're in a bear market. Listen, stocks, crypto, they're all the same. They go up, they come down. The only difference between crypto and stocks is that crypto is not inflated to a massive extent. So you cannot expect us to go to 100K overnight in one straight line. It's going to take time, but if you zoom out, right, even if we look at the 1 week chart on this, we're still looking good. Things like this is the 2020 crash of March, and this is the crash that we're in now. Yeah, it looks bad here, but so did this. If we zoom in on this drop back in March, I mean, you could say that this looks pretty rough, right? And, I mean, overall, this was the same amount of drop that we're in now, except the difference is that we did a parabolic run to 65K. This is not the bull run being over. We are far from this bull run being over. But I will say right now, it's going to take time to get back into the parabolic run that we were headed to, right? But we were accounting for this low coming in. We were accounting for this correction to happen. We were talking about it for months now. We talked about it back in February. We talked about it back in March. I even talked about it even in April. And I discussed it briefly in May in my Discord, saying that we could be potentially, aligning for a drop down. And by the time that the middle of May came, we were in a corrective state. It's just how the market behaves, right? We wanted this low to be done and finished back in February, March, so that we didn't have to endure this pain that we're in now. But this is the market testing you. At the end of the day, you got to be patient, you got to stay calm, you got to collect yourselves, pretty much put your emotions aside from your cash, because cash and emotions do not mix well. At the end of the day, finance and emotions will get the best of you all the time. Now, when we look at things like Hbar, we're still looking good. We are still in my opinion, a decent support zone. I mean, look at this. We're in the same support zone from back in April. We regained nice support. We hit $31,000 on Bitcoin, which should have brought us down to 15 cents realistically, or near it. And honestly, we held strong at the end of the day. So for me personally, a lot of these alts are gaining some support. They are looking a bit stronger. Bitcoin, yeah, it could be argued that it does look pretty weak here. But I just think that the market's doing its thing. I think that we have to let it do its thing for some time now. For the most part, most alts are looking good. But, I mean, if we look at Bitcoin Cash, XRP, or Hbar, they all look to be in the same path, right? We see this drop down and some sideways trading, and everything's trading in the sideways motion. I wish that we could have more exciting news or exciting videos. I'm not trying to clickbait you guys. Like, when I make my titles, trust me, it's very hard to make my titles because I pretty much upload daily and I upload multiple times a day, so it's very hard for me to make up titles. You guys, I know it doesn't seem like it's hard, or, you know, whatever the case may be, but even for people who are the most creative in this game, it's hard to make titles for these videos. I just try to make the titles, you know, pretty much correlate to what I'm talking about. So for me personally, you know, I wish this news was more exciting. I wish I could be telling you guys we're going to 100K next week or anything like that. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to, you know, shoot it straight. And at the end of the day, listen, Bitcoin looks pretty rough here. Most alts look pretty rough here, but it's just sideways trading to get this out of the way. Like I mentioned multiple times, even in past live streams and videos, you know, we're building support and we're building a foundation for the next move up or down. And when I say that is we could still reach lower lows. It wouldn't surprise me at all. But for me personally, I will average in on anything lower because nobody truly knows what's going to happen here. You know, this is crypto at the end of the day, right? TA only goes so far. So, you know, you average in and you kind of just analyze PA and see where it's going to be going. If, you know, support zones are broken, obviously we will go lower. But for the most part, we are regaining some support. We're holding strong at some levels. But anything is possible at these points. And I will keep you guys updated along the way, of course. That's why I say, like, you know, follow me on Twitter or join the Discord down in the description below, because, you know, I don't charge for anything like that, and I'm going to keep you guys updated 24/7, at least try to, because, you know, right now, you know, I am dealing with some things in my personal life that take some time away from crypto. Like I said, you always have to focus on what's more important, and at the end of the day, you know, money isn't everything, so always take some time to yourself, take some time to focus on other things, but for the most part, I will keep you guys updated in real time, most likely on Twitter. So definitely follow me on Twitter, definitely join the Discord as well, so that we could pretty much chat over what's going to happen in real time as well. But for the most part, like I said, the market looks like it's doing its sideways trading, really. It's boring, it sucks, it's frustrating, but at the end of the day, we will win. It's just going to take time. That's the best way that I could tell you guys. We could expect this for about 2 months, realistically. And, you know, for me personally, yeah, the 18th of June is a good date for me personally to have that nice foundation built. And that will tell us what's going to happen next. I'm still, you know, standing true to that. It's about 9 days away. Give or take. It's about, actually, you know, like 10 days now away, sorry. So, you know, I think in 10 days it will tell us where we're going to be headed. But price action, like I said, looks pretty rough on Bitcoin. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see 28K test it, or if we even see, you know, 23K be our full bottom. But I do expect us to build up some support, reach 46K or so. Like I said, Hbar looks pretty good. trading sideways, rebuilding some support. If it does get broken down to this 15-cent level, I will be buying. Same with XRP. Sorry, you know, if our supports are broken at around 85 cents, down to 70 cents or even 60 cents, I will be buying. And Bitcoin Cash, I mean, it's just a clear buy zone for me from $466 to even our point now. I expect this one to be a massive holding next to XRP and Hbar as well. So if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel, definitely subscribe and turn notifications on. Like I said, follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. And guys, please join the Discord because I'm giving away free content pretty much daily. I try to update everybody who is in the Discord pretty much on the daily as well. So definitely look into joining that. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.